Hello, hello, my lovely people on the microphone, Zoila Garman, and you're listening to ZYGER FIT. And today we have an amazing guest, and I know you're gonna enjoy this as well, because this guest is the founder of an amazing app, and I don't want to talk too much about the app or what this guest is doing, but his name is Jack Blundel. Hello, Jack.
Hello, and on the Macarena too.
I know, right?
What a good start.
Yeah. On the Macarena too. So, my lovely people, we are talking with Jack Blundel, the founder and CEO of RouteBuddies. Hello, Jack.
Hello, good to be here.
I want you to talk to us about who you are. However, about the app.
Which one first?
At this very moment, we want to talk to Jack about his project. However, before we start on the heavy topics of this interview, I want you to look at yourself and describe yourself from a third point of view. Who is Jack Blundel?
Insanely handsome, to start with.
Oh, God.
That's the first thing you see.
Is
it's
that
incredible. It's astounding. No, I am, I guess you'd say I've had a massive chip on my shoulder my whole life, which has just drove me to always kind of want to do something more than just getting a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
As soon as I kind of had the idea for RouteBuddies and a safety app that could maybe do something really helpful, it was just, balls to walls, for a lack of better expression of, let's go send it. I think from an outside perspective, that's what you see. Somebody who's hardworking, dedicated to that mission, and extremely handsome too.
Gino, I want to correct you in something. Please go closer to the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. There we go. That's better. So he described himself as extremely handsome person. How humble is him?
Modest. No, that's a joke.
What about hardworking?
Just hard. Yeah, I'd say hardworking.
Yeah.
For the last year, I've been going totally on this, as well as doing a few side projects to be going, and that is basically my whole personality now, and it really annoys my family. Oh. They're all having children and babies, and I'm like, my business.
You're the
is really
handsome of the family, is it?
No, God, I wish I didn't say that now.
Your mama should be listening now, like, what he's talking about. I don't understand.
Didn't raise me that way.
Anyways, apart from that, is there any other thing that people will say about you?
Yeah, it definitely depends who you ask, right? But no, I'd say generally I'm a pretty chill guy. I think some more people who know me would say I'm a massive nerd. That's just one part of my personality. But I'll leave that out for all the people at home.
Oh, that's okay. He's so humble, isn't he? I want to continue asking you questions. What is your background, and what would you say about the experiences that life has thrown you at and the things that you have learned from them?
Yeah, I grew up in a small town called Falmouth, which is notoriously beachy and very, very
nice.
30 years behind everything else. So for me, I grew up in quite an alcoholic family, so there's always kind of this want to escape that and get away. And I came to visit Cardiff University on an open day, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool coming to a city that actually had things and stuff that wasn't just beaches. And that's also been a massive reason into why I've just kept going and wanting to do a bit more, and also staying out of Cornwall and staying here because I do love Cardiff. I think those experiences of having a probably not so great childhood, like a lot of people kind of do when alcohol is involved, has really driven me to kind of go this way, I think.
Okay. So what happened with our studies then at Cardiff? What do you do with that?
Yeah, actually, that's funny. We were in the same class.
No, I don't want to mention that,
Oh, yeah, but
I don't want to mention, we met through Cardiff University.
But through applied software engineering I did, which at the time was in Newport, but a part of Cardiff Uni.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was pretty much like you had Admiral, Acorn, and other really established businesses coming in with projects, and they'd say, we really want this website, and we'd be like, okay, we'll try our best, and we'd come back every 2 weeks.
I know what it feels like.
Yeah, it's
I know
basically
what it is.
tails between your legs each time. Like, we didn't quite
I
get
want
it
this
done.
website with these colors and flashing lights and music and magic.
That's it.
And
so,
I was like, but I'm not just a developer.
That's it. So that was my experience up until, throughout the whole thing, I was trying to hustle, I guess, trying to make some money on the side. So I remember, even from college, I was trying to make websites for businesses, and then that continued into university and still trying to do that. And that's also been a big part of that. I think that was probably, there were a lot of people in my class who didn't really know as much because they didn't really do much outside of the class. They were just kind of drinking. Well, I was trying to get some of that sweet cheddar boy. So So that was kind of a big push as well in terms of learning how to code. It was because when you have a contract, it's like you can't just fail. So it's
yeah. So is then Cardiff University kind of pushing you to create an app? Or was it from your own decision?
No, definitely. I think when I went to Cardiff University, that was really the whole crux of what actually made me discover there was an issue within women's street safety. I think living my whole life, which you can probably tell, I was more concerned with what I was going to do, where I was going to go. And there was no part of me that felt like, oh, there's an issue with people walking from place to place. But it was in the year of COVID, the year that must not be named.
I know, right?
Where basically there was hundreds of women being followed. And this is on an everyday basis. Like, there was a day I woke up and there was 3 posts that I just kept scrolling down Facebook, and it was a woman being followed and harassed, a woman screaming, a woman, taking a video. And it was all at the point where everybody was brainstorming, what can we do? This is around the Sarah Everard case as well. Everybody in the uni was actually thinking about, what can we do? There was a group of guys in the university who started to walk women home, and it was a very natural stepping stone. And at that point, it was like a bit of a light bulb moment of, what about an app where people could actually come together and walk each other home, so they wouldn't have to pay for a taxi. They could actually start making change in their local area, and that was really the birth of this app, which now very much holds the same principles but in a very different way. And that's how that all started, really. Yeah,
fantastic. So I wanted to arrive to that point because obviously you're not a female.
No.
Well, not that I know of.
Just assume
from
my
the
gender.
moment Let's leave that comment for another time. But all I'm saying is you were called to create something to help the safety, mainly of the women, because I know what you're talking about. There is a high level of, of roads which are harassing women and things like that. So the fact that you came across with this idea of creating an app to kind of track and help women to get to point A to point B, from point A to point B in a safe way, is something that you have to think through, because like I said before, you're a male.
Yeah.
How can a male think about some safety for women? And I'm talking from my point of view. I'm sorry if you feel uncomfortable now. That's not my
I have this
it's not my intention.
all the time. Ultimately I have, throughout every relationship I've ever had to walk the girl home. And like...
There's a gentleman.
No, but it's a fact, because it's like, and also with my sisters...
If you want to have a girlfriend tomorrow...
Even when I was even when I was a kid, I think my parents were always like, with my sisters, like they would pick up my sisters all the time, and when it came to little old Jack, you have to walk. And that was out of nothing else other than the fact I was safer, and it was less likely for me, although like I said, Cornwall, totally different place from Cardiff. But it was so much less likely that something bad would happen to me than a girl. So it's always kind of been ingrained in me. And also, just generally, it was really shocking, the Sarah Everard case for everybody, I think, and that was a massively eye-opening case of people coming forward and telling their stories. And it was, with social media now, it's much easier to understand. So
Do you know, Jack?
That was everything that kind
I wanna help my people on Instagram. For those listening on the 98.7 FM Radio Cardiff, this is ZYGER FIT, and it's going live as well with the RouteBuddies app on Instagram. So make sure you follow these lovely people here as well. They wanna see your face.
Oh,
That's
hello.
it. Yeah. Hello.
At RouteBuddies app. Give us a follow and download the app now for sure. Yeah.
Can you spell RouteBuddies?
RouteBuddies. That was a bit of a challenge.
Ding ding.
Spelling bee.
Okay, with the at in front,
Route,
obviously.
like route.
My lovely people,
Buddies.
if you have a question as well, you can send us a text, or if you are watching it on Instagram on RouteBuddies, at RouteBuddies on Instagram, please follow and send us your question on the DM. Hello, I think I'm seeing Annie, Kaylee. Hello, everyone. Amy, R. Well, I'm sorry if I'm
hello.
butchering your name, but hello.
Your names are tiny,
Yeah,
but we are trying our
tiny.
best.
We have. Oh, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Like and subscribe, follow on the RouteBuddy app, my lovely people, because this new innovative app is gonna revolutionize. Starting Wales, isn't it? And then
Everywhere now.
growing.
So earlier in the year we were just Wales, but now we've opened the door everywhere. So we're
Ooh.
helping some businesses around in Brighton, some up in London. We were actually in Oxford.
Man, you have to go to the University of Bristol.
That's it. We want to go everywhere. University of Bristol. If you can hear this, hit me up.
Yeah, the University of Bristol, my lovely people. If you know anyone in there, just make sure to tag them on our radio show or in RouteBuddies Instagram.
Yeah.
And just let them know. I think like all these students as well, they
think,
all need safety, isn't
That's
it?
it. All communities of all kinds. We're finding with running groups, with salsa clubs, students. I think anywhere where you've got a group of people going to and from a place, it's just common sense to put them together in groups. And what better a time to do it in this modern climate? Because God, things need to change. It's a simple way
Things
to put
changes. Yeah, the time changes, and you have to be, safe.
Yeah.
And if you can use these type of apps to, add a little bit more of safety to your life, why not?
That's it.
And it's for free, is it?
Well,
you have to pay.
No, giving it a glare like, yes, it is. I mean, there's no cost to use
Giving it away.
No, well, that's it. I mean, that's a big part of it because we never wanted to charge people for the bottom line of being safe. Like, that's just, not really on. So you can come on the app for free. We've got our public spaces, which are ID verified. So in order to join the women's space, you have to be an ID verified woman, an ID verified man for the men's zone, and a gender neutral zone as well.
Would you mind me asking you, like, if you feel like you shouldn't answer this question, feel free to say no, Zoila, I'm not, maybe these details is not good to share live, but yeah, how would you verify the accounts?
Yeah, so if you go onto Tinder, Bumble, anything like that, it's very similar. It's a very similar process to how they kind of do it, where you take a selfie of yourself with a hand up to make sure it's you. You take a picture of your ID to put in your details, and we basically go in and make sure all of that's matching. We go in and we do manual checks along the lines of basically the government's regulations to basically make sure everybody in that community is exactly who they say they are. Outside of that, within the private communities, you don't really need to verify, so people can just go on and set up their own communities literally right now. You could do that. And
fantastic.
So that's how that works.
So it's an easy process like any other verification.
Absolutely, and you don't need to do that to sign up. That was one of the big things we found when we initially created it, was we locked it off so you had to sign up with an ID, and how many times do you go down the shop and you forgot your ID? So that just didn't work. So you can go on there without a verification, but to access those private communities where you can start interacting with people locally,
then you need to be verified.
That's it. So our hope is that, for example, in Cardiff, women of Cardiff can come on and start creating walking groups, start sharing information, and start being a part of the change that's kind of needed. Sending a message to those men who do, unfortunately, harass women that we're not going to stand for it anymore. So that's kind of a big goal of that. But definitely need feedback from everybody to help improve that as much as possible.
Fantastic. And if I want to give you a feedback, how do I do that?
You can do it right now, Zoila, in the RouteBuddies app.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do it live, okay?
No, it's.
I'm just kidding. It's just to make it public.
Yeah, no, it's in the. If you download the RouteBuddies app and you log in on the homepage, it says right there, share what you think, and you can literally just give us some feedback there, whether it's good, bad, or if you've experienced a bug. we want to hear it because we're trying to transform street safety, and you guys can be a part of that. So really appreciate that.
So to make sure, you have RouteBuddies for iPhones and for
Android.
Oh my God, my teachers are gonna kill me.
Yes, we're available on both. That was quite important as well.
So we're gonna do it live, okay? I am one of those that want to talk about things that I know, right? So for that, I'm gonna go to my iPhone in this moment. I am typing in RouteBuddies. It's all together, or it doesn't matter, is it?
It shouldn't matter now.
Buddies. It's with double D, is it? Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna search it with one D. And I found it, okay? I am
just like that.
Just showing you on Instagram, because we're going live on Instagram on RouteBuddies, RouteBuddies.
Buddies. Sorry, I thought you were letting me finish that.
I wanted you to
finish.
finish.
We are far too challenged with the spelling today, aren't we? This is not good.
And I'm gonna download it. And the first images that you see is what the app will look like. Obviously, it's prompting me to install it, and it's installing it. It's not taking long. Oh, it's just boom. It's just installed. And then you have to log in with your email account.
Yeah, you might need to register.
I'm gonna put my email account.
I think you'll need to register first.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you click register, please. If you're the first,
make sure you register. Feel like an evil CEO.
Yeah.
You're registering by my brand.
Make sure you register, because otherwise you won't be able to access it. Makes sense, isn't it? Anyways, I'm just downloading it. I'm registering with my email account now. Now it's my email account. And I'm going to put aside a little bit of time because I want to, make sure that I am not doing something wrong. Anyways, and after you register, you have the app, isn't it? I'm gonna finish now when I have a break in 3 minutes.
Yeah. So once you sign up, you have access to those public communities.
Go talking. You're the DJ now. Come here so they can see you.
Yeah, that's it. So you can get set up with our public communities, which again, all about driving change in your local area. We've basically got our own kind of what 3 words kind of system. So when you go on there, you can see trips nearby you. You can start interacting with people nearby, start putting up posts about dangers nearby. But more importantly as well, create your own communities. So if you've got a running group that you go out with every week and you're finding it hard to coordinate things, you can get on the app to do that. Or if you want to make sure that your family is getting from school and back safely, you can use the app to do that too. Basically trying to just transform things in a community way.
Do you know, I'm going to give you an idea, because just saying that just make me think that there are so many charities that they organize walks and things like that. Actually, I work as a part-timer for a charity that's organizing walks for health, So RouteBuddy will be one of those things that will help us organize, isn't it? What sort
Absolutely.
of... I'm just thinking maybe you could go to the charities, Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think about that.
We definitely are.
Because it's completely free, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, not completely free. We do have charges in place.
Well, obviously, you have to make
But yeah, no, we're actively trying to partner with any charities, corporations that share our values. One that we're really keen on is Reclaim the Night. So if you are listening from Reclaim the Night, we'd love to work with you, because that mission in itself is just incredible. And again, just to say, if you don't know what that is, definitely get involved with it, because that is a big step forward in trying to reclaim our streets for real.
So after you register, you're gonna receive an email to verify your account, obviously, because we are talking about lives here and safety, so we have to get it right. And then after you've verified, you are entering to your profile, basically, where you can input all the information that you need. Successfully downloaded and registered in less than 5 minutes. So it's not that difficult.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So what is the next step for RouteBuddies?
Yeah, the next step, now we've gone through a big process of, trialing the old product and now building this new one. The big next step is actually helping people. So this is where, for us and for me, it's putting on the big boy sales pants and going out and talking to community managers, people who run venues, people who actually, take care of the people within communities to get them on board, essentially. We're doing a lot of work now trialing with a couple of societies in Cardiff University, a couple of bars in Cardiff, namely Revolution to Cuba, which is awesome.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just basically now a big stretch of working with actual people and actually doing what we set out to do, which is helping people get around safely. So that's a big thing. So yeah,
that sounds like exciting things coming up.
Yeah,
it is really exciting to hear that you are planning all this stuff, and you're listening to ZYGER FIT, because fitness is not just for the body, fitness for the mind, and because our mission is to bring a more fulfilling and positive vibe into society. We have today Jack Blundel, who is the founder and CEO of this amazing app called RouteBuddies for the safety of the roads and the walks and all the goodies that you can find from point A to point B.